I received an inheritance of almost 50 million in cash from my late father. My husband knew about the entire process, so when the money came, he sat me down and asked what I planned to do with it. I told him I wanted to buy land, buy a car, register for my master's degree, and invest the rest in my business. He became offended and asked, "So where do I come in as your husband? What do I get?" I was genuinely confused, so I told him I didn't understand. He said I should forget about it. I continued making plans for the land and the car. He stayed quiet and simply watched me. Then one day, he woke me up and said he didn't know I was this stupid. He said I had a husband and such a huge amount of money, yet I couldn't entrust it to him. He asked what impression I was trying to give people. I was shocked. I asked him a simple question. You expect me to hand over the money my father worked so hard for and left for me just because you are my husband? He flared up. The gum pound and tea became so pound Ted that he almost be pounding me. He told me to prepare myself for whatever happened next because he couldn't stay married to a woman who was not submissive. He said he would bring another woman into the house, one who would listen to him and respect him. A few days later, his parents showed up at our home without informing me. In fact, I had just returned from work when I saw them waiting. They spent hours preaching to me, insisting that I should transfer the entire inheritance to my husband. They said their family would never forgive me for such disobedience. My mother-in-law added that she had been GG and her son not to marry another woman because she believed I would eventually listen to her. I felt extremely uncomfortable because it felt like an MBSH. I agreed with them and promised that I would transfer the money the following morning. That evening, I carried my baby downstairs, £10, and I wanted to buy something. Instead, I left for a friend's house and switched off my phone. 2 days later, my mother came to my friend's house and stayed to help care for my son while I returned to work. I went back to my husband's house while he was at work and packed my belongings and my son's belongings. I also took every single item I had bought with my own money, almost everything in the house. Ironically, my husband earned more than I did, yet I spent the most. Looking back, I realized he had been freeloading off me. One day, while I was at work, the police came to our Pound Street me. My boss accompanied me to the police station. My husband claimed that everything I had taken belonged to him and demanded that I prove ownership. The following week, I served him with divorce papers. 2 years later, I became free and living my life with my child.